32 communities in Akpa, Owode and Seme border areas of Badagry, which have been cut off from the national grid for the past 16 years, will soon enjoy light. Now, this is because the state government, through its Lightup Lagos project, is planning to reconnect them.
It's a long journey to Seme, a border community in Badagry where the people have been living in darkness, without public power for over 16 years. It is completely off the national grid. As part of the rural electrification plan under the Lightup Lagos project, officials from the Ministry Energy and the Lagos State Electricity Board are assessing the power situation with a view to taking necessary action to restore power. Power installations are left abandoned for long, and now they become useless. The tour also afforded the commissioner to meet with the leaders of the community, where he explains the intention of government.
The essence of this project is to ameliorate the sufferings of the people. For 15 years, there has been no light here. And mind you, this area is the border town to Nigeria. It's the gateway to Lagos. It's the gateway to Nigeria from the West African axis. So a responsible government cannot continue to overlook this place and pretend as if what is there is sustainable. Clearly, it is not. So we have made up our minds as a government to intervene. We'll make sure we also cooperate with the distribution company that is in charge of this area so that we can have a seamless delivery of this project.
About 32 communities in Badagry will benefit from the Lightup Lagos project. The Lightup Lagos project is an initiative that is not just limited to installing and powering street lights. Earlier at a press conference, the commissioner clarifies its scope and the new dimensions the project is taking.
The state is now moving away from the concept of creating IPPs that will provide power to the state to moving ahead to making government to provide power to the people, working with other stakeholders. Then for the street lighting, that is the second part of the Lightup Lagos project, and that is the one that people see very readily. We have a program we are following in making sure we deliver on that. And the first was to make sure that all the street lights in the whole of Lagos, we can put them together under one basket. Then we are moving from that to now connect all of them and create a Lagos street light grid so that from a central point, we can power the state and then we can cascade light to the neighborhoods as far as we can. We're also doing new street lights projects. So make sure that at every point where you enter Lagos, all the border towns, immediately you get to Lagos, you must know that you are in Lagos because the lights will welcome you in the night.
The commissioner also unveiled the Lightup Lagos office. It's going to be a base from which the Lightup Lagos project will operate. The ministry is expected to visit more communities in Ikorodu, Alimosho and Ibejuleki in the implementation of the rural electrification. The whole essence of the Lightup Lagos project is to take Lagos to a destination where it can enjoy sustainable power supply on a 24-hour basis.
And finally on the program, Lagos will be 50 next year, and plans are already underway for a splendid celebration. A 10-man committee headed by Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka and Mr. Rashid Badamosi as co-chairman was inaugurated at the weekend to ensure smooth planning.
Governor Kilmi Ambode in a handshake with members of Lagos at 50 Planning Committee, while inaugurating the committee at the Lagos House in Ikeja. Governor Ambode says he's confident in their ability to deliver a world-class celebration. He says the opportunity of Lagos at 50 will afford the state to not only celebrate its past achievements, but also to showcase to the world its immense potential for future growth and development.
Indeed, Lagos State has justified its creation. Apart from being the best setter and first among equals in the Committee of States in the Nigerian Federation, Lagos State also occupies a noticeable position in global affairs, especially as the fastest growing megacity in the world. The opportunity of this Golden Jubilee is one we must use not only to celebrate our past achievements, but also to showcase to the world our immense potentials for future growth and development. A celebration of such great significance needs proper and adequate planning. Hence, the inauguration of this committee, comprising respected men and women whom I believe have a perfect understanding of the expectations of Lagosians, and indeed the entire world. With this committee, I am rest assured that Lagos will be excellently celebrated and the world will see Lagos in its full splendor.
The co-chairman of the committee, Professor Wale Soyinka, says the celebration of Lagos at 50 will afford an excellent opportunity for the state to identify with the triumph, losses and experience of the black race at home and in the diaspora. He pledged that members of the committee will work assiduously to ensure that Lagos gets the deserved and most befitting celebration.
All I want to say today is that I'm looking forward very much to working with the team, the committee that has been created here. It's a very well-selected committee with great credentials. And all I want to do at this point is to express to you very briefly my vision of what Lagos that I know, Lagos that is familiar to all of you and the Lagos to come, what I believe Lagos should consider the least befitting kind of celebration.
The committee's terms of reference, according to Governor Ambode, include to develop a comprehensive program for the celebrations, identify a series of events that will take place as part of the celebrations, establish the logistics requirements to ensure a hitch-free celebration, identify areas of possible collaboration with corporate organizations and individuals for support, as well as consider and make appropriate recommendations on any other matter that will ensure a successful and memorable celebration. The committee has Mr. Rashid Balamosi as co-chairman. Other members include Honorable Habib Fashiro, Mr. Olawale Cole, Mrs. Sarah Bulus, Mr. Abimbola Obafunwa, Professor Senapon Bakare, Mrs. Chika Balogun, Mr. Folari Koka, Professor Ademola Abbas, Bonale Austin Peters, and Mrs. Olufumilayo Balogun as secretary.
That's where we draw the curtain on the program. Thanks for being a part of the audience. Now, here's a reminder that Lassa fever is a dangerous ailment, but you can help contain the spread of the virus by keeping your environment clean always. Helplines are displayed on your screen to enable you reach the Lagos State Ministry of Health if you notice any symptoms of persistent fever not responding to standard treatments for malaria or typhoid fever. You can also reach us through our social media platforms showing on your screen. See you again next time. I am Bisi Adebayo.